welcome back to the 3 o'clock live chat. I'm Heather. I'm Director of Education here at Luminess. And guys, we are here each and every day for you, so you learn more and more about Luminess and what we have to offer. It's a way for you to ask questions regarding skincare, color cosmetics, and of course, airbrushing. That's what we're known for. And so it's a way for you to see it being put on. And you know, even if you have questions about things I'm not talking about right now, you can still jump in and ask those questions. It's okay. I can answer multiple questions. I'm that talented. But let me put some of this up. So in our first one, what we did, hey Dawn, hey Cindy. In our first one, what we did is we did all airbrushing. I did the Velvet Veil. Then I did our CC Concealer in light beige. And then I airbrushed my foundation on Silk 4-in-1 and in shade 3. And then I used Glow to do some highlighting up around the brow area, down the nose, and underneath the eyes to make my eyes pop a little bit more. And then I used Amber Luminizers as my eyeshadow, which is pretty darn amazing. Again, everything has such multiple uses that it's really neat. I mean, you can, whoops, sorry, I'm out of focus again. All right, there we go. Hey, Nay, hey, Trish, Donnie, everybody's here. All right, so let's go in. I did do some sculpting with our sculpting palette from the Lion King collection, and I mainly use these two down here. They're just beautiful, and I love them. I've even used it as eyes. And speaking of eyes, I'm going to use the Can't Wait to Be Queen eyeshadow palette. Now, because I do have a shimmer here, I don't want too much shimmer. I don't want shimmer, 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 shimmer. So let's do, I don't know. Let's see what's, hey, Nancy, Donna, Andy, Muzette. Hey, hey, hey. What do I want to do? Let's do American Clay. The American Clay I really like. It has like a, this one right here. I love that American Clay. I could go lighter and I could go darker to have to have this in my crease. I could go to King. You can kind of, do whatever you want. So I'm just going to go with American Clay. It is in kind of that same family, and I think would make a good transition color. So remember, wherever you first put the brush is where most of the makeup is going to go. Now, also, both of the eyeshadows I have on right now are airbrush. So you are able to put regular, traditional eyeshadow right on top of that. So you don't have to, do everything. It's not all or nothing. So you don't have to do everything airbrush or everything traditional. You can really play with it and have fun with it. I'm going to blend this out. You can tell right here, there's like that hard line. Obviously, we don't want hard lines. So that's one thing we're going to do is blend that out. And so I'm just going to take the brush, and you can see I'm just lightly, notice like you don't see my eye moving or anything. I'm doing it real soft. Now, I will tell you, if I did get this too dark, if I wanted, I was like, oh, maybe I don't want it that dark. I can take like a, oh, Nancy's wearing the eyeshadow today. So I'm taking, it's a artificial hair. It could be a concealer. It could be just a flat eyeshadow brush, but I can take it and kind of swipe that off. Also remember, guys, that translucent powder or the compact powder can also help blend. So if I go in and maybe it is easier to add than it is to take away. But if I needed to go in there and soften that up a little bit, I can. I always like to show you guys how to fix things. And so I can go in and blend that. But let's say, hey, I want that to pop a little bit more. Where'd it go? Where did I put it? Okay, there. If I wanted that eyebrow to still pop a little bit more, would airbrush eyeshadow work with stencils to look okay on my root and brow runs out before payday? Yes. Yeah, you should be okay, Cassandra. You shouldn't have an issue with that. The formula is a little different. I've used the root and brow as like eyeshadow, but I haven't done the reverse. So in theory, yes, you should not have a problem at all. But try it and let me know. Okay, here we go. So now I did blend this, but maybe I blended it a little too much. I do like that it's super blended and not real like you can't see lines. But let's say I wanted to add a little bit more of that glow. Just to make that eyebrow pop up. You can tell the difference, right? This one I just did. And this one's blended out. It's still okay. I'll come in a little closer. This one, no. This one, yes. It's still good either way. It just depends on the look. Now, I will tell you with this one, I don't want to go too light because of the transition. I want to keep it where it's still really, it doesn't have to be white on this brow, basically, is what I'm telling you. I hope that makes sense. I don't even know if that made sense in my head. So I can, again, keep going. So right here, it's a little bit too light. So I'm just going to pat that out. And there we go. So just because I'm airbrushed first doesn't mean you can't go back and touch it up and do whatever you need to get that look. Hey, Donna, that you're wanting. So I didn't want it so dark. I wanted it nice and blended. I could even come down even a little bit more if I wanted to, but still have it fade out. Okay? And I put way too many drops in there. And the other thing I do like to do is that little bit of lightness in here. Now, because I have the amber, oh my gosh, why am I going blank? I'm like, do I need coffee or something? The amber illuminizer, I'm going a little lighter, but not too light. And I'm using landscape. So it is the shimmer in, I can't wait to be queen, but it's not so white. So it gives me a little bit of sparkle here. Not as dark as amber, but beautiful color. And let's see what else we can do with that. Let's see. I'm going in now with American African clay to line the bottom. And I'm doing that again with eyeshadow. No more coffee. What? And there you go. So I just lined the bottom with eyeshadow just to give me a little bit. It's very soft. Now, if you want it deeper, if you want it a little bit stronger, you can wet the brush and put it in the eyeshadow and use that as a as an eyeliner. That's something because our stuff is so high pigmented, you can end up using it as like a gel or a not liquid, because it doesn't have the consistency of liquid, but it's like a gel eyeliner if you use the powder. All right, so now I'm going to put on lashes. I'm going to put on some dramatic ones. Ugh. Now, I will tell you, these are not one of ours. I use, sometimes I use like just cheaper ones. So I'm not going to show you the brand. I'm not going to show you anything. Just so I don't have to unpackage ours. Our packaging for our lashes is amazing. I mean, come on. Like, they're empty, but that's the packaging for our lashes. And I don't want to mess those up all the time. So I'm going to put on these Mama Hopper lashes. Now, what I am doing is I'm grabbing them by the ends and I'm going to roll it back and forth. Now, some of you might be saying, why? Why would you do that? The reason why is because when they're in the case, it might be too wide of a form. And so doing it this way is going to help the lash form to your eye where it won't stick straight out, okay? So now I'm getting my duo glue. Now our lashes do come with glue. I just like the big old tubes, and that's the only reason I use that. I do keep the lash glue that comes with it, and I use that when I travel or something like that. All right, so now taking my tweezers, making sure I don't have glue on them, taking my lash that I've already folded, and I'm just going to drag it through very lightly and get just the edge, not any of the lash, but just the bottom edge. Okay, now that one's completely done. And what am I going to do with it? Lay it down. Now I'm going to do the other one. I picked the other one up. And now I'm dragging it through just on the end. The very bottom, not to get on the lashes. And this one I did a little bit, so I can take my hands and just do that. Just on the bottom. And I kind of reinforce the edges, because if the lashes are going to lift at all, they lift towards the end. They're usually the ones that pop up. So now I'm going to let them get tacky. Let it get tacky. I let it get a little sticky. And now I'm taking my mirror, flipping it to the 5x magnification. Some of you may or may not have to do this. If you've ever had lashes put on, they always tell you to close your eyes or look down. And so what I would do, and this is why I grab my mirror and I look, you can hold it right here, and I'm going to look down into my mirror. Now my lashes are super curly, so I don't curl them. If you were going to curl them, I would curl them right now. Hey, Daniela, I would curl them now. But you don't have to. Mine are curly. You want to curl them if your lashes stick out. If there's, you have those straight lashes, you'll definitely want to curl them so they go with the lash. Now I grabbed my lash and looking down into the mirror, make sure you can see it, going up and over my lash and laying it right on the lash line. Now earlier, and I forgot to do this, some people, if you're first starting out, I would line the eye, because that also gives you something to shoot for. Because if you line the eye right at the lash line, that's where you're going to go. And then letting it get tacky allows it to stick and not slide all over the place. If you put them on and they're still wet, the lash might slide. So if they're tacky, if it's sticky, then you're fine. And then I can place it there. And so then I just go back and make sure it's all placed in the right area. So that gave way a little bit. So I'm able to correct it. I'm going to move this down a little bit. Making sure they're on. And there you go. Now I'm taking the other one. I'm going to run it through a little bit more glue because I might have waited a little bit long. Curl before you put on the lash. So if you're putting fake lashes on, you're going to curl before you put the fake lash on, or curl before you put mascara on as well. You do not want to curl when your lashes are on. Okay, that one I just messed up again, I think. So it pulled away. So I'm going to put this one on, up and over my lash, looking down. It's not on yet. I'm going to go in and fix this one real quick. And then now, making sure it's down towards my lash line. And then if it's still sliding, you can kind of just hold it there. Do, 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 until it stays in place. So I'm fixing this one, bringing it down. I can hold it with my hands, just holding it in place. Do, 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 till it sticks. All right. And I'll make sure those are on. So at first, you kind of like, after, especially with these being so dramatic, sometimes the band is a little, like bending it will help a lot. But at first, I kind of just look down or don't open my eyes all the way just to make sure it's completely dry before doing anything else. So you might want to do this until it's completely dry. And then you can line, you can do whatever. You can, once it is completely dry, you can add mascara to this as well. And sometimes it's good to add mascara just because it will color the bottom lash and look very seamless. You're not going to have, a separation between your lash and the fake lash. Make sense? Oh, I guess I didn't see this, but somebody, I guess, asked how many times. Yeah, 13 to 15 times. When you take them off, and that's why we give you these amazing little cases. Take them off, pull off the glue very carefully, and then put them back in the case. And so you can use them as much as you want. Most of the time, I don't pull off the glue until I put them on again to give them a little break. But that's me. And the glue will roll off. It doesn't, you know, it's not hard to get off at all. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of the Demure blush. To still give me that little bronzed look. And just a little, don't want to add a whole bunch. I think I got too much of this on that side. So I'm going to soften that a little bit. I think I like that better. All right. And then for lips, I can do whatever I want. Now, because I have pretty dramatic eyes. Oh, Musette uses different styles. Because I have very dramatic eyes, I might not want to do as a dramatic of a lip. So I could go in and do as a stark, no, it's chestnut. Maybe I'll do, let's see what. This one's stark. I don't know. I have this color on. Yeah, we'll use this one. Now with this, now normally you see me line my lips and I line all of them. Like both of them, two lips I line, all of them, meaning I don't just line them, I fill them in. But with this, hold on, I'm trying to sit up so you can see. Kind of doing something different. I do like lining the lips because it gives you that precise edge. But I'm not filling them in all the way. I'm going to leave this a little bit lighter because anything light here is going to make my lips look a little poutier and a little, yeah, my lips a little fuller, which is what I want. And now on top of that, I'm going to add Hakuna Matata. I love this. If y'all don't have Hakuna Matata, this is my staple. I put this on top of Dusty Rose. I wear this by itself. It makes your lips feel amazing. And so, bam, I can do that, and it makes them a little pouty. It's still a deeper lip, but it's not as bold as my eyes are. So it everything kind of balances out, if that makes sense. So there you go. All right, guys, that is it for this Tuesday. Tomorrow, what we are going to do is I'll be here at 10. We're actually changing it up because I need to shoot some videos. So I will be here for the 10 and the 11. We won't have the 3 on Wednesday or Thursday. Thank you, Hannah. Thank you, Kathy. So I'll be here for the 10 and the 11. We'll do a complete look at the 11. And then we'll kind of go from there because I need to shoot some videos. I'm just behind a lot. So I'll be here. We'll do the 10 and 11. You can ask your questions. Come on. And that's for Wednesday and Thursday. And then on Thursday at 1 o'clock Central, we're going to do a Luminess Beauty opportunity. So make sure you join us for that. That's going to be amazing. You can be there then. And then I'll be back to the normal schedule on Friday, 10, 11, and 2 on Friday. Okay. So Wednesday, Thursday, 10, 11, Friday, 10, 11, and 2. And then we will be good to go. All right. I'll see you guys later. I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.